The black RAV4 on Highway 41. It was late at night on Highway 41 when this happened. I was driving my white 2010 Toyota Corolla, a car I'd owned for years and trusted completely. The road was familiar, but at night it always felt different, quieter, heavier. Streetlights were spaced far apart, leaving long stretches where my headlights were the only source of light. Traffic was almost non-existent. The forest on both sides of the highway formed dark walls beyond the shoulder. I wasn't speeding or distracted. I was just focused on getting home. That's when I noticed a vehicle ahead of me. A black Toyota RAV4, looked like a 2012 to 2016 model, driving steadily in my lane. At first, nothing about it stood out, but after a few minutes, something felt wrong. The windows were deeply tinted, too dark. I watched closely as we drove. The road curved slightly, yet the brake lights never came on. Not once. No tap, no adjustment. The SUV stayed perfectly centered, maintaining the same speed no matter what. I checked my mirrors. No cars behind me, no headlights approaching from the opposite side. Just my Corolla, that black RAV4, and empty highway. I decided to overtake. I signaled and moved into the left lane, slowly pulling alongside it. As I did, I glanced toward the driver's seat, just a quick look, and my stomach dropped. The driver's seat was empty. At first, I told myself it had to be the tint or the angle. I slowed slightly and looked again. There was no one there. No hands on the steering wheel, no outline of a head, no movement at all. Yet the steering wheel was turning, small, controlled movements, correcting with the curve of the road exactly the way a human driver would. My heart started racing. I accelerated, trying to pass it quickly. The RAV4 accelerated too. Not suddenly, not aggressively. It simply matched my speed. I eased off the gas. It eased off too. I sped up again, harder this time. Again, perfect match. That's when fear set in. This wasn't coincidence. It felt reactive, as if the vehicle was responding to me. Before I continue, if you are enjoying our video, please like and subscribe. I forced myself to keep my eyes forward. My hands tightened on the steering wheel. The forest felt closer now, darker, as if it was closing in. I decided to take the next exit. The green exit sign appeared ahead. I turned on my indicator and slowed. In my mirror, I watched the RAV4. It didn't signal. It didn't slow. It stayed in the main lane and continued straight. Relief washed over me instantly, but I kept watching. As the exit ramp curved away, I saw the black RAV4 continue forward, straight toward the forest. There was no visible road ahead, no turnoff, just trees. And yet, it didn't slow down. It didn't crash. It simply kept moving and gradually faded into the darkness, dissolving between the trees until it was gone. I pulled over at the end of the ramp and sat there with my Corolla idling. My hands were shaking. I replayed everything in my head, trying to make sense of it. Eventually, I drove into the nearest town and stopped at a brightly lit gas station. Being around people helped steady my nerves. The next day, I contacted local authorities. I expected skepticism. Instead, the officer listened quietly and nodded. He told me there had been multiple reports over the years involving a black SUV on that stretch of Highway 41. Always late at night, always steady speed, always strange behavior. Some drivers said it paced them. Others said it appeared suddenly and vanished. One case stood out. Years ago, a black Toyota RAV4 had left the road on that same stretch during a storm. The vehicle was later recovered, locked, mostly undamaged. The driver was never found. No body, no witnesses, no explanation. Officially, the case remains unsolved. I don't try to explain what I saw anymore. I only know how real it felt sitting in my Corolla, watching a car drive perfectly, without anyone inside. Since that night, I pay closer attention when I drive after dark, to patterns, to behavior, to anything that feels too controlled, too perfect. And if I ever see something like that again on an empty road, I don't stay curious. I leave. Because sometimes the most unsettling thing on the road isn't reckless driving. It's a car doing everything right, with no one behind the wheel.